I really like talking. I know that's such a basic thing to enjoy, but that's what drew me to communication as a career. I think that like having conversations and just genuinely talking to people about things that like are hard to talk about, I think that stuff like that can really change the world. I chose media strategies at first because I thought it was gonna be a little bit of everything. I thought I was gonna kind of know a little bit about advertising, a little bit about PR, a little bit of everything that is in MCOM. I was already pursuing a minor in CMI, which was electronic media and communications at the time, and those classes offered a lot more like software, like doing it classes, which is the way I learn. I realized, a little too late, which is how it goes in college. It's just like figuring it out. I chose Texas Tech because it was nice and far away from my family, and it was different. It wasn't going to be like Austin where almost overwhelming. I'm from a small town, so I didn't want it to be like from hot to cold, like a super big change. And I had been to Austin, I had been to College Station. None of those places like excited me. I liked Lubbock because it felt like a town, like it felt genuine when I came here. It was the only college I actually visited where I like took a tour and stuff, and everyone that I met. I remember I got lost one time and I was like trying to find a building and I was by myself, and I met some random person and they were like, oh yeah, and they like walked me to the building, and it was just, the sense of community was like really, really strong. My favorite classes when I took when I was doing media strategies, it was communication and relationships, and it was a super different class about communication as it applies to other people on a like super personal level, which I thought was really interesting. We would go and I would immediately apply it to people in my life, and I was in a relationship at the time. I actually went through a breakup during that class, so it was like super interesting to me, I thought, because it was kind of like I saw kind of come full circle. It was really, I liked it. It was cool. I wasn't involved in any student organizations, but that was just because I didn't feel like I was good at anything before I came here. I hadn't found anything that I was like really passionate about. It wasn't sports, or like didn't want to be in a sorority, which was, I felt, what everyone else was doing. I felt like I was gonna have to kind of figure out what I wanted to do. The first kind of thing that I did that was really outside my comfort zone was studying abroad. And then from there, I didn't feel like anything else was too far-fetched. I kind of slowly stepped into things because I was just uncomfortable. But as I got into things, I realized that the reason I liked tech was because everyone was so nice, and like whatever you wanted to do was right there. So I feel like I recently just took advantage of that, and I feel like it's really benefited me more. A professor asked me to do an interview because I did a SONA credit, and so he wanted to do a follow-up interview, and I met with him and we had just a conversation about life and graduation and stuff. And then he was like, oh, you should check out this internship at this company in Lubbock. It's a nonprofit. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went and I like dressed up nice, and it was just a super chill organization that provided an infrastructure for creatives. And it really is there for creatives to come in and be like, hi, I have an app or a script or this idea that I don't know what to do with, and that's what it's for, is to like harness ideas and to help people and like collaborate and provide a creative environment, which I didn't expect in Lubbock. So once I found that, I was like, I will die here. Like, this is where I will be here forever. I will live in my car and work here, like I don't care. So I'm 2 weeks away from, a week, oh my gosh, like a week away from graduating, and that's what I'm gonna do. My manager is like starting a company, and I was like, you probably need an assistant for that. And he was like, no, yeah, I probably do. And I was like, well, here I am, I will be your assistant. I can do that. So that's how I got a job out of graduation. And he says, you're a job creator, not a job seeker, which was something that I was like, you can't tell me that. I'm a young, impressionable kid. I'm gonna just do that. I don't wanna leave the creative environment. I wanna always have I always wanna be collaborating and always wanna be thinking of ideas and writing notes down, and always have this college feel of like being around so many different like creatives and having this type of environment. I want to kind of keep that with me wherever I go. You think of your life, I think that's what screws people up the most, is how you envision your life versus how it's actually playing out. You always envision yourself in New York in a cute apartment, and you have like all these friends and you're wearing fur coats all the time, and you're like, this is me at 25, and if this is me not at 25, then I'm not doing it. I don't even want life. But I think I'm still so appreciative, and I think that because I figured this out and I'm doing it on my own and stuff, I'm almost excited because I feel like I have just scratched the surface with Lubbock and what it has to offer as a place, and the connections that it has. Everything is just, you have to figure it out for yourself, and I feel like that's the exciting part, and that's what I'm excited about, especially somewhere like Lubbock.